This morning, 12 News is honoring those who serve. By the time Michael Langston retired from the Air Force, he had won Top Gun awards, and he had also trained scores of new fighter pilots along the way.
We sat down with that retired squadron commander to learn more about his service.
Here's me graduating from the Air Force Academy.
Retired Colonel Michael Langston served 24 years in the Air Force.
That's me and the other 3 squadron commanders.
The Air Force wasn't part of his original flight plan. It just happened that way.
It was total happenstance.
Encouraged by a mentor to apply to military schools, Langston landed at the Air Force Academy. But there was a little turbulence when he first started.
We were taken on exposure rides in a jet trainer. And there were six flights you went on. And I threw up on 5 of the 6.
Soon, though, he got his bearings and soared through pilot training. So much so, the Air Force made him a flight instructor right after graduation.
If a kid had mediocre skills, but he worked hard, I would do anything to get him better.
During the Vietnam War, he flew the F-4 Phantom fighter jet, supporting troops on the ground with airstrikes.
I had an Army commander say, "We are completely dug in, but we're totally surrounded, way outnumbered." He said, "Just drop bombs on our site." And that's what we did. And he said, "We saved their lives."
When the war ended, he continued training fighter pilots.
That was my latest helmet at Luke Air Force Base.
And eventually landed at Luke Air Force Base in the West Valley.
As a squadron commander, I had 32 jets under my command, about 45 pilots, and about 350 maintenance guys. Best job I ever had.
Langston retired in 1987 after training generations of new fighter pilots.
I cannot tell you how much I enjoyed the work. I knew I would never get rich, but I felt like I was doing something very good for the country.
Thank goodness he thought that was the best job in the world, because we are so lucky that he has helped to protect and serve our country. After retiring from the Air Force, Langston went on to work at the Pentagon, where he continued to help young military personnel.
Yeah, and 12 News is honoring the courage, dedication, and sacrifice of those in our armed forces. So we want you to share more of your stories and submit them. You can find them, photographs as well of those veterans who are closest to you. Send them in to Those Who Serve, and those photos, they can be featured, or at least have a chance to be featured. Head on over to 12news.com/those who serve to submit. And of course, we are so grateful for his service.